Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Mind, Body, and Soul TV show coming to you live from our Denver, Colorado studios. I'm your coach, Steve Toad, and also the founder of Conscious Evolution Media. For more than 12 years and more than 15,000 shows, running at 15,000, because it doesn't really matter anymore. So welcome, everybody. We have a group with us this evening. I'm going to introduce her in just a moment, but let me share with you this evening. Our theme is How to Reach Self-Enlightenment. And of course, we are streaming on YouTube Live, as well as Hangouts and at consciousevolutionmedia.com. This evening is Linda Martin, Dr. Linda Martin, actually, and she's joining us from, she's a master, a spiritual healer, and many other things, which we're going to find out during the show. Linda, if I take away all these titles and all the titles that anybody has ever called you in your life, and of course I'm not that powerful, but if I could, what's left? Who is really?
That's an interesting question. We all tend to carry so many titles and so many roles that we play or fill in this lifetime. But ultimately, it always just comes back to who are we, and who we are, who each and every one of us is a spiritual being having a human experience here on earth. And as I tune into me without any roles or titles, just me, I can probably honestly say I am a being of light. I am a being of love. And that is, I feel that is my true nature, and what I hope to be projecting and putting out there, into this earth.
So our theme is how to reach self-enlightenment. And so do you think that's a tall order? Do you think people have an opportunity, a chance to actually reach it? What's your take on that?
Oh, I think we all have an opportunity to reach it, and there have been many before us that have shown us the way. Jesus being one of them, and showing us that as human beings, we're here to come to this place of understanding of who we are, who we truly are, without trying to fit a role, trying to fit into what we think we should be, but allowing ourselves to be just as we are. And I think part of reaching enlightenment is accepting yourself just as you are, not needing to fill expectations, not needing to fill a role that might have been, you feel you might need to fill in this lifetime, but coming to love and accept yourself as you are. I think one of the hardest things people are able to do is to truly love themselves unconditionally. And when we start to be able to do that and open to the love that we are, then we are beginning to enlighten ourselves to the truth that we hold within us.
Yeah, well, it isn't like, Linda, that I don't agree with you, because I do. That everybody that has ever reached enlightenment killed them or rejected them. How do you think that changing?
Well, see, what's happened, I believe the reason for that has to do with fear. It has to do with fear. Most people are living through their egoic energy, living through the ego unconsciously. The ego's been given a bad name. The ego's been looked at in a very negative way. And people live through this energy, which is based in fear, unconsciously, unaware of how it is affecting them, unaware of why they're doing what they're doing, why they believe what they believe. And when someone does come to this place of enlightenment or true love for self, it can frighten others that don't understand that, because they have been living in this place of fear for so long, they don't realize it doesn't have to be that way. And so a lot of the work that I do, and I do with my husband as well, is understanding this egoic energy and transforming it so that we can heal. Because the ego is our human energy, and it needs to be healed in order for us to come to this place of balance, to be able to reach this place of transcendence and enlightenment, to, you know, to help us be the best that we can be.
Okay, and what do you believe that motivates people to do this?
Well, it varies. It varies for different people. Some people, I think I think what happens is a lot of people are striving to be more spiritual instead of realizing they already are. They already are the spirit they need to be. And what is preventing them from knowing their truth, the spirit of God they hold within them, is this human egoic energy that's blocking their view. So what can motivate somebody is to get to that place of understanding regarding that. So they want to learn more about who they are, the many aspects of themselves as a human being, so they can heal what needs to be healed and not have this stuff in the way that is preventing them from seeing who they truly are. Or sometimes there's something that occurs in somebody's life. Maybe it's a loss of a loved one, or, you know, a trauma or a tragedy that brings them to a place of saying, I need to get myself together. I want to find out who I really am. And it moves them on a path, you know, a path towards enlightenment, to help themselves to find out who they are. You know, there's just various things that motivate people depending on who they are and where they are in life.
So, what's your understanding, or what your point in terms of the duality nature to be, and I'm going to use the word stuck in. Like, I feel that there's this game that's going on, and everybody's playing it, between the game of opposites.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there is a way out of that? What is it?
It's coming to know your human energy. We do get stuck. We get stuck, and it's kind of like it's like a hamster on a wheel. We just keep going around and around. And until we learn a better way, we're going to continue to do what we've always done. And if we continue to try to, you know, solve a problem by doing the same thing over and over again, it's just not going to work. We need to come to that place of realizing that we need to take responsibility for who we are as a human being. We need to come to learn about our own human energy, our own egoic energy, and come and assist it to begin to work with us instead of against us. We've evolved a long way as human beings, but one thing that hasn't evolved is that ego energy. It's still based in fear. And we can change that. It's up to us to change that.
I don't know. The way I feel about that, and this might sound strange that I say this, I've been doing this for 12 years, but that's nothing in comparison that we've been doing this for years. And I don't see a lot that has changed.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing over and over again. We still have the wars. We still have the confusion, the manipulation, the fear, the force. I haven't learned a damn thing yet after 2,000 years.
Right.
I am curious. I'm searching. What is it going to take of this? Do we have to keep doing? We start inward, because I still feel, and I used to be, how I notice is that I used to be one of them, look for the solutions outside of myself. Like, I thought there was some magic thing. At the beginning, it started with a beautiful wife, and then a beautiful house, a picket fence, the cars, or the kids,
Right.
all of that stuff. And it's all outside stuff. And then it continued on with work I've done for the last 3-4 decades. All the organizations I joined and all that stuff. And really made a difference, although I can't say that truthfully. It did make a difference, just consciously I didn't know it, to a place where I finally decided that after trying to look for it outside of myself so long, I'm there.
That's right.
So it finally dawned on me that, hey, how about going in here?
Yeah.
And that's really what I found where it's really within me. And
exactly.
It is a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing. And I also was wondering about what you experience of people being in love. The conclusion that I come to, and I shared this on many shows before, love, people seem to think there's such a big deal about relationships, you know? Like it's the biggest stressor in the world. Number one is money. Relationships are number two. And everybody's stressed out because we all trying to, like when they straighten up and when they behave the way we want them to behave so that we feel good, then everything will be okay. Well, that never happens. So go ahead.
It's the same thing you were just saying. If you're seeking for another person to complete you, you're never going to find that. You know,
Exactly.
you're going to attract to you the vibration of which you are living. We will all do that, you know. So if we are not in a happy place within ourselves, we're going to attract another person to us that's pretty much in that same place, and then we're both going to be miserable. So we need to work on ourselves and come to know ourselves. You know, so many people, I think, are seeking outside of themselves because they don't want to look within. And that is where you find your answers. So many masters and teachers have said this thousands of years before us here.
Not a secret.
And
None of this is a secret.
Mm-hmm. It is.
We all
the
heard
truth.
it.
Yeah, we what you seek is seeking you, as Rumi said. And we need to come to understand that it's not that you have to strive to be better than who you are. You just have to come to learn who you are. You have to understand how your human energy is working for you or against you, how you're living in it, so that you can change what needs to be changed, so that you can work with yourself. In the books that my husband and I have written, we talk about ego medicine. Ego medicine is something that will assist you in coming to realize and learn how to help yourself get into a place of balance, how to bring your energies into a healthy place so that you can live the life you were meant to live. Life is about joy. Life is about happiness and abundance. It's not about pain and suffering that many people think it is. But if people are living through an unhealthy, imbalanced energy, human energy, ego energy, they're going to believe life is supposed to have pain and suffering within it. They're going to believe that it's supposed to have fear within it. But we can change that within ourselves, and we must begin within ourselves, because we cannot know peace in the world until we know peace within ourselves. And it
feel, Linda, don't you feel that don't you feel, Linda, that we have to accept both? We have to accept the pain, the suffering, and our dark side, and our light side. To accept it all, that it's really all one. It's not.
It is all one.
Trouble. We're getting into trouble because there is separation.
Right. And it's not that, when you bring yourself into balance, it's not that life is rainbows and roses. It's not about that, but it's how you move through the conflict, how you move through the things that come into your life that aren't as pleasant. It changes. When you are in a place of balance, you have a better way of moving through those things that aren't as pleasant. It changes how your perspective of life.
People having a rough time, hard time or people are having pain, not necessarily bad news. Life is trying to tell them something.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
They're just not willing to. They're just not willing to listen, or not willing to listen, or not willing to be open, or not willing to hear it. But life doesn't stop; it keeps coming.
And you will get to you what you are believing about yourself. That's what will come to you. So whatever frequency you are vibrating at, you will attract the same type of frequency to you. And it is always, always opportunities for us to learn and grow, understand ourselves. You know, if we are not believing that we are worthy enough to love ourselves unconditionally, opportunities will come our way. Opportunities will come our way to help us to see that we are worthy. We may have to move through some things, you know, to get to that place of understanding.
Yeah.
But that is what happens. People just don't realize that they're being given opportunities. They see it as something negative or you know, something that's not, they don't want to have to do. But that's exactly what's occurring.
So do you think that people realize that they are very powerful, and whatever reality they are currently creating is their powerful creation? Do you think people understand that?
Not completely. Not completely. You know, I always say you are the creator of each and every day, of each and every moment of your life. You are the creator. And you can create your day. You can create your life. You can create your world as you would like it to be.
And because they don't understand what is the consequence.
Right. Right. And you are creating, whether you realize it or not, you are creating.
Right. Or like it or not.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, whether you believe it or not, that is what's occurring. So, yeah, believe it or not, you are affecting your life, you know, and what is happening within it right now.
Okay, well, that's extremely powerful. So obviously, you get this, and I had no doubt in my mind, sentences you said, that you get this, and that you talk. This is not conversation, or you actually living it. I can feel it. Yeah.
Yes,
so
definitely.
So share with us, how do you people come to you, people that are ready, that are willing to actually be open and receive? Are they coming to you for assistance, and how do you work with them?
Yes. Well, I have different healing modalities that I work with, and I do quite a few different things. I have my healing ministry, Dove of Light Healing Ministry, here in Pennsylvania, where I do see clients. I also have workshops and meditations, and, you know, lots of wonderful things that I do in working with people. And some of the things that I work with people in is in deep healing, such as regression therapy, that sort of thing. And that can help a person to come to maybe touch something within them that they need to connect with, that will assist them in healing or releasing blocks, or just coming to open their heart to the love that they need to feel for themselves. I also work with my husband. We do, we've written 3 books together, and we offer workshops regarding ego and spirit. And that is one of the things that we do teach and talk about, is the understanding of who we are as a spiritual being having this human experience, and how to help heal the egoic energy. Because we truly believe that healing the egoic energy, our human energy, is the next crucial and very important step on our evolutionary path.
Yeah, no question. For a long time, I kind of held it like, first step in this evolution is to people learn how to love themselves and accept themselves 100%. Because I don't believe that all the other things we talked about so far are possible until we do that. We have to, like, make this commitment to ourselves that there's nothing more important than our joy, us and our love.
Right.
And then after that, all kinds of things can open up and shift and grow, and we can go through evolution. But until then, it's just today into today.
Well, that's what happens with many people, and they miss out on truly living their life, to the fullest. They just get caught up in the routine and caught up in, what they think life is supposed to be. And so many people get caught up in having to fulfill roles and, parts they think they need to play in this life, and miss out on the opportunity of coming to truly know themselves and the magnificence of their own being, their own spirit.
So do you also believe that even if people do nothing, like I've been kind of toying around with this, so even if they do nothing, they just keep doing what they've been doing, later, so much of this stuff in terms of going through their journey, they're gonna get it because it's all within us. Like I look at my grandkids and I'm going like, oh my God, these kids now, and we know it, little babies.
Right.
So it's just, isn't it just a way of place where you get to remind them, or I'm going to remind them, or somebody, because I can't make anybody do anything. I just came to that realization after doing this for all this time that it's not about change the world, and I still do, but it's a lot more than that. It's through doing it through me.
You can
I want
only
to be able to, just if I can't do this myself and show it, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. You can only be responsible for yourself. Each and every one of us, we can only be responsible for ourselves. Not everybody, if they do nothing, if they just keep, going to work and doing their daily routine, not everybody's going to have that insight or have that enlightenment occur for them, because many people are just very, very comfortable in, the routine of life, and they don't want to change. There's still too much fear connected throughout, our human energy, our egoic energy, our society, for that people are afraid to take that step, to make a change, to do something different, to think something different, to believe something different. Because for so long, it's been ingrained, within us that we are not worthy of love. We are not worthy of God's love. We have been taught for so long that God is up there and we are here, that we are separate. And so we're just starting to open and awaken to this isn't the truth. It's become truth for so many people, but it truly isn't the divine truth. It isn't, what is real. It was an illusion that we've been living in.
Isn't it?
People want to live in that. I'm sorry?
Isn't it true that the entire religious community, I don't care which religion, teach is that God is outside of us, and will punish us if we don't follow.
Right, and there's so many people that are still so afraid of that.
Yeah, it's craziness.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? What do you think? What can we do? Like in this dialogue, and we're coming to the end of the show here quickly. But what can we say to the viewers in terms of what is like the first step that people could connect who they really are?
Right. Well, that's a good question, and it's not an easy question to answer because it is individual for each and every person. We, I think, all, awakened and opened by, reading certain things, listening to certain things, following certain people, having teachers to assist us along the way. And I think this is all important, and we all must come to trust, excuse me, to trust ourselves and what feels right for ourselves. To understand that God speaks to each and every one of us through our hearts. And when we can feel what is right for us within our heart and begin to trust this feeling within ourselves, then this will begin to lead us in the right direction.
So hang on for a second. I know that you have a certain. So what if I say that of God?
I'm sorry, what?
What if I say that we are an extension of God?
Yes.
Separate from it. So it's
Right.
us.
Yes.
It's us.
It is.
Talking to us.
You're right. It is, because God is within us. We are within God.
Yes.
God is simply a word that we use to define the energy of love, the energy of life, the energy of creation. I mean, the universe, whatever you want to call it. You know.
So when we say the source within, that's what we are referring to. I just want to be clear.
Yes.
That's what I'm referring to. Yeah.
I agree with you. Yes.
So the source within is so in that sense.
This is how we must begin to
trust. That's very powerful.
this.
I mean, I have goosebumps. It's immediately
right.
It's immediately affected. I have goosebumps. I wish I could show it on you can see it. I can feel them. So I know that is the truth. That's how I get.
Yes.
That's how I get when I get connected. That's what I get.
Yeah, and these are things that people need to learn, that we do get these feelings, these signs, these ways of trusting ourselves, and it's allowing ourselves to do so, giving ourselves permission to know that we have the wisdom within ourselves, and to begin to take those steps that we feel that we are guided to take, that will lead us, through the doors that are opening before us. I always say, when we say yes to spirit, doors will begin to open and we will be shown. Things will start to fall across, on our path, that will assist us and guide us when we are ready.
Awesome. I couldn't have said it a better way. So would you let they can contact you, maybe your website information you would like to give out?
I will. Yes, thank you. I actually have two websites. I have my website for Dove of Light Healing Ministry, and that is my name, lindammartin.net, lindammartin.net. And the other website is the website of the work my husband and I are doing, and it is egoandspirit.info. egoandspirit.info. And our books are available through our websites as well. I have a meditation CD that's available through my website. So I would love to hear from people, or even if you just want to email me and ask me some questions, I'd be very happy to answer.
Awesome. All right, Linda, thank you very much. You've been very, very helpful, and you communicating it in a very clear way. Clarity is very important to me. A terrific job. Really what's possible, and that once people open up this, anything is possible. So, wow.
That's true. I believe in that. Anything is possible.
Yeah. So we can have anything we ever wanted. How cool is that?
That's true, because the only limitations are the ones we set for ourselves.
Yeah.
And when we realize that, then we no longer have to set limitations. And yeah,
we can just go free. This is fantastic. So our theme was how to reach self-enlightenment. That's for everybody, and including myself. I don't want to be left out on it. I think I'm close. I don't know how
we all are, aren't we?
It's coming. All right. So thank you so much. And for everybody else there that's going to be watching this show afterwards as a recording, please continue to come to Conscious Evolution Media on YouTube and keep watching this show and all the other show. The more you watch them, the more they come up to the top 10 list every month. And when they do get there, they have the potential to go to cable television and who knows what else, things that we are working on. So thank you very much. If Touch, Move, and inspired you, me, go to her website, which is
LindaMMartin.net.
awesome. Thank you. Have a great evening and a wonderful weekend, everybody. And see you guys, I think, tomorrow. Same time, same place. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Bye-bye.
Thank you.